Hello. Hello, everyone. And welcome back. I'm very, very happy to see you all here. Once again, since, well, the last time we've seen one another. So, I hope you've all been well, and that your days have been treating you rather nicely, because I think you deserve it. I have been in and out of a hiatus. That's the right way to say it, I think. But I've been in and out, essentially, when it comes to this content. And it's partly why I want to make this type of video today. Because I feel like affirmations can really help drive somebody to do more good. And have that positivity instilled in them so they can pass it on to others that they may know. Or others that may need it, of course. So if it wasn't rather obvious, today will be about affirmations. More specifically, positive. Positive affirmations. Sorry, I just gotta make sure I don't hit my stand. Positive affirmations for you. Because, of course, for some who may not be having a good time, but for those who just want a little bit of niceness and positive energy in their life, I'll do my best to give that to you today. So, if you haven't already, please be sure to grab your fluffy blanket and cold or warm side of the pillow, whichever you prefer. And if you're thirsty, I highly advise you to grab some water too, because water is very important. Water. Okay, I think we can start now with the affirmations without me rambling too much. Okay. Very nice. Now, I believe you've worked very, very hard to get where you are. In moments where you feel like you doubt yourself, or feel like you don't deserve something, whether it be compliments, the good that comes your way, or just the situation that you live upon, everything happens for a reason. And I believe you do deserve all these amazing and good things that come your way. I know better than most how it feels to downplay yourself, which also means I know that it can hurt you. And no one wants that. You deserve the love and attention. You deserve every bit of it for how hard you've worked to get to this point. It's okay to feel confused or conflicted, especially with feelings and emotions. I believe no one's perfect in that aspect. Rather, I like to think that the imperfections make you more interesting. It makes you for who you are. And I wouldn't change anything about it or about that. The way you carry yourself is what I adore most about you. Even if you don't exactly think that yourself, I at least want you to know that I think highly of you. Because you're amazing. You're awesome. And you're such a magnificent person. So, even if you don't think about that right now, at least carry that on for later. Just know that you deserve it. You. Stress. It comes in all shapes and forms. It can come from so many things. Especially if you find yourself to be quite the overthinker. Overthinking about things. Overthinking about things out of your control. Overanalyzing things that may never happen, or things your brain is better off not knowing. I don't think that's a bad thing either. It just means you're a critical thinker. You try to think of all these different pathways and routes that may occur in a situation. But please, just take a moment to slow down. It seems you're using so much energy into something that's only hurting you. And I hate to see you that way, because I truly believe you should be happy. I believe you deserve to smile and to look at things in a better light. Emotions can cloud your vision, and I know that. I truly do. As an emotional person myself, I find myself needing a little bit more time than others just to regather my thoughts. And I can't imagine you're any different than me. So there's no reason to feel so alone or isolated in that way, because you're not. Others, like you and I, face these challenges so often, every day, every week, every month, throughout our entire lifetime. And that's alright. You're allowed to be overwhelmed. You're allowed to take a moment. You're allowed to even have self-reflection. And I can understand that's not a thing that a lot of people would do for themselves. They can be distracted by other things, which isn't bad either, but I like to take these things for face value, because I feel like it might or may creep up on you later, just from my own experience. And like other things, I would hate to see you in that position. It's like feeling the need to get something off your chest and speaking about it. The amount of times I've heard one another talk about it making them seem weak, or making them seem less of the way that they present themselves. It isn't true. It isn't true at all. That real you isn't a bad thing. It isn't a bad thing at all. Of course, we'll present ourselves a certain way to make sure that we may not leave the best impression. And that's alright. That's why I can respect anybody who can be 100% authentic all the time. It's quite the trait to have. But there's nothing wrong with putting up a front to make sure that you're not hurt at the end of the day. So I don't blame you for that. It's okay. It's fine. There's no need to overthink about that. I think there's so many different things that could be occupying our mind. And I know I won't be able to mend all of that, or the thoughts that you have in general, but I at least want you to keep these in the corner of your mind, that you're awesome, and that you're such a genuinely amazing person. And I know we've had faults. Many of them, probably more than you and I can count up to. That's okay. That's alright. Because I believe it builds us to the amazing people we are today. The analogy of the seed breaking apart in order to bloom into an amazing flower, a beautiful one at that, is something I cherish and hold on to this day. So maybe you can keep that with you, just in case you ever need some motivation or something to keep you going simply. I believe the role hope gives us all in our life is an essential part of everybody's well-being. Whether it be doing it for yourself, doing it for somebody that you adore, or doing it for another agenda. At the end of the day, I still feel hope is hope. And anything that drives somebody forward is a positive thing. And taking one look at you, I can just tell that you've been through a lot. And for you to be such a brave and optimistic person is what makes me care for you so much. I've known you for quite a bit now, and I know that there are some days where you aren't performing at your best. You may doubt yourself. You may even look at yourself disgusted. I see you in the same shining light that I've always seen you in. And I just want you to even see even 0.5% of what I see in you. And I know I keep saying amazing, but that's really an understatement. It's just the most endearing word that I can think of. You're so much more than that. And I'm so graced to have your presence here. I really am. I really am honored to be here with you. I know that it isn't so eventful or interesting, for that matter. But even sitting in a quiet room and having your presence here is so meaningful to me. To look at you eye to eye and see your little grins. Doesn't it remind you that things are always somewhat better at times? Then maybe what I'm saying is working. Whatever positivity I can help you with, I will do. Because if I haven't engraved it enough, you matter. Everything about you matters. I believe things will get better. I have hope in faith that things will get better. The slump that you find yourself in isn't final. You just have to keep hoping. You won't have to face it alone. Not anymore. I will keep hoping with you. Because we don't have to be alone. Is that okay with you? Alright, that's good. It's very good. I'm glad that we can raise one another up, even in moments where we can doubt a lot of things. But I guess the first step to all of it is impactful sleep, don't you think? Yes, I think we both know that's the obvious. Now, that we have these positive thoughts in your mind, we need them to stay there while our mind can be at ease for a little bit. I shall not stop you in going to bed. Just by looking at you, it seems like you really need it. If you feel the need to close your eyes and fall asleep, don't let me halt your process. I am just happy to be of any service and help to you in putting a smile on your face, or at least making your day a little bit better. Because as I've said 1,000 times, you are a wonderful and amazing person and deserve every affirmation that comes your way. Now, I'll leave you to get your sleep in hopes that we can carry on the next day with a much more positive light. So, rest easy now, my sweet, sweet fluff. And remember, you matter. You matter. Good night. Good night. Good night.